The best thing on her. I don't know how you keep me going. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. You talking, it's hotter than nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Let it be right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my death for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. You'll keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, shutting everything down. I've been high like somebody put a candle on it. Up top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is. Run out, it's not a bunch of pandemonium. Wrong game, I got some, the skill is by one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen recipes, so think twice if you're next to me. It's West. This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. If you talking, it's hard to be nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies. I'm good with addition, I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific. That's deep if you get it. So therapeutic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these figures. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Shh. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown, that's the bling with the blow, what the team is about, champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound, referee scream, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt, this ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean, if you talking, it's hard to be nice, I play with all of my life, you see my name in the lights, better do right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this is my city, yeah, this is my team. Talking, it's hard to be nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Guys, back in the basement again for another sports recap. Man, it's action-filled weekend. No football. I mean, we one really to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? They did have the Senior Bowl. I mean, that was nice. That was okay. But as far as the NFL, as we all know, is king. We didn't have no NFL game. Now, of course, we had at I don't know what you want to call it, the Pro Bowl. I mean, that's what do they even still call it no more? Now they playing flag football and all of this other crazy stuff, man. I mean, just to look, to me, they shouldn't even play a game. Let's be honest. They shouldn't even play a Pro Bowl game and just say, hey, they made a Pro Bowl team and that's it. The guys who made the All Star, the All Pro, announce that. Guys who made the Pro Bowl, announce that. But playing the game, don't even waste your time, because we done resorted to this. This is what we got now, a flag football game. It is what it is. But guys, we had some other big news that come out over the weekend. We had some trades going down. Now, the biggest trade, let's talk about it. AD for Luka. Luka's gone. Luka's gone from Dallas. He said, I'm going to that California sun. I'm leaving the horrible city of Dallas and move on to the Lakers. Now, city may not be as nice as LA, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how Luka really feels. I bet if you get that man a couple of birds in him, because we know he loves his beard, right? Get a couple of birds in Luka. I wonder what he really feel about this deal. I know I've seen a couple clips on social media, and fans are just shocked, taken back. Like, what was going on? What happened? Why did they do that? Some even like, hey, you want to trade somebody? Why don't you trade Kyrie? He'd be ready to leave in a minute anyway. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie be ready to get traded here soon. Give him about another couple of weeks. He'd be talking about trade me. At the end of the season, I think I'm going to. He be talking all that craziness. So you probably should let Kyrie go while you can. But they chose Luka instead. Now, maybe because they felt like they could got more from Luka, I guess. I mean, you got AD. That. I mean, I don't know what AD you're going to get every night. That's the thing about AD. You don't know what AD you're going to get. One AD, I mean, I remember last season played in a Lakers uniform. He put about 40 and 20 up. 45 and 20, I think is what it was. Or you're going to get the next AD who don't play for the next 3 games because he got some old ding a bump. You don't know what AD you're going to get. But, with Luka, Luka's not in the best of shape, let's say that. Luka looked like a little butterball. I ain't going to say little because he's about 6'7". He looked like a butterball turkey out there just running around, dribbling and all that. He takes the Jokic approach. He said, I'm not worried about my body. As long as I can play for the 65 to 70 games I need to, and then go in the playoffs and do what I can, I'll live with this dad bod. At the tender age of 26 or 27, he is. I'm rocking a dad bod already. Yeah, that's crazy work with him. But maybe they said, I'm tired of your bad fitness. Everybody else coming in here in shape, tip-top shape. And Luka, you just show up off the street. But that dude just show off the street and just start dragging dudes. See, that's the problem. It'd be different if he was out there looking bad, slumming it, dragging himself down the court with a bad body. But man, he got bad body built, and he still beat young boys. He's still dropping 28 to 29 to 30 points a game on you. I'm just saying. Joker's the same way. The Joker, man, he bad body built out there killing y'all. You got to respect. He's a 2-time MVP. What makes you think these dudes gonna say, hey, man, I need to go get in the gym, just get in shape? Probably not. And I think my man Zion tried to take the same approach. He's just not getting the same results. Some things just ain't there for everybody, guys. But let me say this. I think in the long run, it'll be better for the Lakers. I think short term, I think Dallas probably benefit the most in this deal. But guys, that's not the only trade. Now, that's probably the only big name trade. I mean, of course, you had De'Aaron Fox get traded to the Spurs. Now he's matched up with Wembley. I think that'll be a hell of a combination they're going to have, especially in the near future. Look here, let's keep it real. Chris Paul ain't got it no goddamn more. Chris Paul ain't gonna beat you. He definitely ain't gonna beat you off the dribble with his slow ass. He playing that YMCA ball right now. That's Chris Paul. De'Aaron Fox, at least you're going to get something out of. Now, his 3-point percentage is something to be improved because he's only like 33%. That ain't going to cut it. You got to improve on that, De'Aaron Fox. You got to improve on that. You got to work on that. But as far as everything else about his game, it's going to be a benefit, especially for Wembley. De'Aaron Fox loves to pass that ball, and Wembley knows how to finish. So I think it's going to be a hell of a combination, especially from here on out. Now, they're going to have to pay that man. Fox will have to get paid. He's going to be looking for that contract here soon. So we're going to get all that thing worked out. But I like that move with the San Antonio Spurs. I do like that. Zach LaVine. He was part of the 3-team trade. The Bulls said, I'm tired of this. We're done. As a Bulls fan, you should have never got him. Him or DeRozan. Both bad decisions. I didn't want neither one of them. DeRozan's soft as hell, and LaVine can't stay healthy. And when he is healthy, he's still soft himself. Both bad decisions, I thought, by the Bulls by getting them. But Bulls, I guess, it took a long time. It took about 5 years before they seen the light. I guess what they say is better late than never. Better late than never. They got rid of Bulls, came out with nothing but some salary cap free up. The Sacramento Kings end up finding a place finding a person to replace Darren Fox. They're gonna be disappointed too. They're gonna be extremely disappointed with Zach LaVine. They're gonna realize he ain't gonna give them nothing. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the season they let him walk. I would not be surprised at all that they let him walk, because he's not worth. He's not worth the price of admission, guys. He's not. So, look, those are the two major trades that we had going on. Those are the two biggest deals out of the trade. Like I said, Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McCarlin. You know what I'm saying? That's what they got out of it. Bulls got nothing. They got nothing. They just freed up some space. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know what the Bulls going to do with all that free space. Guys, I'm done with Billy Donovan. I think he's terrible. They need to get rid of it. I'm just curious. What's the Bulls' plans now? No more DeRozan. No more Zach LaVine. Caruso's gone. I mean, what's the plan for the Bulls? I don't know. Got a bunch of players I ain't never heard of. Look here, that's enough NBA basketball. We're going to talk more about the NBA, I guess, after the football season, after the Super Bowl, which is this coming Sunday. Guys, we got Super Bowl coming. But, guys, I know y'all see the thumbnail. And on the thumbnail, man, we got a variety of coaches. One team left who was looking for a coach has still got a head coach's vacancy. And, of course, that's the New Orleans Saints. That's why you don't see them on the thumbnail, because they don't have no coach to talk about. But you see my coach, Ben Johnson. Huh? Y'all know who that guy is. Y'all see my man, Ben Johnson. Hey, look. This is how Ben Johnson going to come out the first game. Yes. That's how my coach gonna come out first game of the season. Hopefully he wins. I don't know. Hopefully he wins. Look, I'm looking at the schedule right now, and I'm gonna make a prediction. Let's look at the schedule right here. Let's look at it. Y'all see what it is. Those are home games and those are away games. And after seeing that schedule, 11-6. I'm putting it down right now. That is my prediction right now. 11-6. What do y'all think about that? Am I exaggerating? Am I going too far? With that being said, let's down recognize one of my biggest haters on this side of Mississippi. My guy, Big Ant 11. He hit us up with that $10 super chat. He said, you don't know who. You don't know who's on the Birds or Bulls. Well, Big Ant 11, this is not true. This is a lie. This is a false statement you sent in there. But you know what? I appreciate your $10 super chat. You didn't have to. You chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. But yes, I do know who's on my team. Unfortunately, I got a bunch of bums on my goddamn team. Now, the Birds made a coaching change. The Birds had to make a coaching change, and we hired Ben Johnson. And I'm gonna keep it on top. I'm not gonna let you get me talking about the Bulls. And we talk about the Bulls after the Super Bowl. But right now, we're gonna talk about what I'm talking about today. The heck with you, Big Ant 11. But now I want to say this. Thank you for your service, my brother. I appreciate you. But as far as my team, we have completed our coaching staff. It was all finalized as of today. The last piece of our coaching staff was the offensive line coach. So let's go through the Chicago Bears coaching staff. I know some of y'all don't even want to hear about the Chicago Bears. It's football season. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We got to talk about the greatest team in NFL history. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about Philadelphia Eagles going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Is Kansas City going to work to make the three-peat? Huh? They're going to be the first NFL to go three-peat. Huh? So we're going to talk about that too. But first, we got to talk about a team who didn't make the postseason. And that's okay because we're on the way. We're on the projection up. And the reason why I said it because we have Ben Johnson as a head coach. We have Dennis Allen as our defensive coordinator. We have Declan Doyle as our offensive coordinator. We got Richard Hightower as our special teams coordinator. He's a returning guy. He's returning from he's probably him and our tight ends coach are the two guys that we're bringing back. Antoine Randall is our wide receivers coach. JT Barrett is our quarterback coach. Our defensive back coach is Al Harris. Running back coach is Eric Bieniemy. And offensive line coach is Danny Richard. Now, guys, we made some good additions. I appreciate the additions to our team that we made. We finalized that all as of today. Offensive lineman coach was the last coach that we had to hire, and we got him. We got a lot of veteran coaches, a lot of coaches with an NFL experience, not only as coaches, but as players as well. You know, you got Antoine Randall, former player. You got Al Harris, former player. Eric Bieniemy, former player. JT Barrett, former player. These guys got some NFL playing experience as well as coaching experience. So I like what the Bears have done with that coaching experience. Despite of what Big Ant is saying right here at 2-16, even though it's not possible for us to be 2-16 because we got a bye week, Big Ant 11, you son of a gun. Goddamn. Hate him, man. He's a hater. I swear he's a hater. We can't be 2-16 because there's 18 weeks, but there's a bye week, so they only going to actually play 17 games. We're going to be 11-6. That's going to be the record. I don't care what Big Ant is talking because he's a hater. There ain't nothing I can do about it. Just pray for that brother. But I appreciate our coaching staff that Ben Johnson has put together along with Kevin Warren and Pose. You know what I'm saying? They spent some money. They went out there and got the coaches that he felt like he's comfortable with. He put his staff together. I like what he's put together as far as the staff. Now we need to use some of that salary cap money that we got, 80-something million up under the salary cap. We need to use that on free agencies. Now, either we're going to sign some guys back on our current roster, which there's very few guys I want to bring back. But we got the money to do that. We also need to go out there and get some offensive linemen as well as some defensive line. So I can see us addressing that between free agency as well as in the draft. Those are the two spaces I think we really need to address that. Our two positions that we need really address, offensive line, defensive line. I know there's some rumors out there from Myles Garrett. And the Bears talking about trading for Myles Garrett. My man J Dub said, good evening, brother. Brother Hink, Mrs. Hink, a.k.a. Sister Dorian. I know there's some rumors out there for us to trade for Myles Garrett. And I've seen some projections and some possible trades. Let me say this. I don't want Myles Garrett. Not for what they're asking for. For what they're asking for Myles Garrett, I don't want him. I mean, I've seen some extremes all the way up to 2 first-round picks. This year's first-round pick and next year's first-round pick for Myles Garrett. No, sir. I've seen some where they wanted our first and our 2 seconds. No, sir. Because, guys, at the end of the day, even if we get Myles Garrett and we trade for those 2 possible spots, a first and our 2 seconds. Okay, guys, we also need offensive line help. And we're trading possible 3 players for 1. And he's only got 2 years left, I think, on his contract. So we still going to have to sign this man to the contract, a new contract. J Dub said, hey, a petition for Myles Garrett to the 49. You can have him. Now, you got to sell your soul to get him, but you can have him. We don't need him. No, let me take it back. I can't sit there and say we don't need him. We do need a good defensive end. And he's a future Hall of Fame defensive end. But the asking price, I don't like the asking price. If they said, Hank, if you want to get Myles Garrett, what would you be willing to give? I would sit there and say, I will give you a first and a 3rd round pick for him. That's what I would give for Myles Garrett. A 1st round pick this year, number 10, and a 3rd round pick. And I may throw a play in there. That's it. I'm not giving a 2 firsts, not first this year and first. No. I'm not giving a first and a 2 second round picks. No. Now we're getting into an extreme. I can't go for that. That's too rich. Too rich for my blood. I don't think that'll be a good deal for us. So I'll say 1 first round pick this year and 2 and a 3rd round pick. That's what I'll give up. Or I go even sweeter than that. Cool. Let me say this. I'll say 1st round pick and a 2nd round pick. You pick which one you want, the 39th or the 42nd. Your choice, Cleveland. I'll be willing to do that to sweeten the deal for them. I'll be willing to do that. But not 2 first round picks this year. No, And definitely not a 1st and 2 second round, or 2 second rounds, though. There's a lot of good offensive linemen and defensive linemen in the draft. And that's why I'm hesitant about doing it. There's a lot of good potential there. And we need offensive line help. That needs to be our priority. Offensive line. Out of the first 3 picks, I wouldn't mind 2 of those picks to be offensive linemen. I'm just being honest. For the Bears, 2 out of the first 3 picks, I would like to be offensive line. If that means we take a defensive player the 1st round and the next 2 rounds we take offensive line, I'll be good with that. Or any order. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. But we need to make some moves, man, that's going to help us for the long run. And just drafting trading for Myles Garrett and giving up selling our souls in order to get that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense at all. It really doesn't. But let's continue because we have another super chat for Big Ant 11. Big Ant 11 with the $10 super chat. He said, you need offensive line, defensive line, special teams, mascot, hot dog guy, and to pray and steal 2-16 because you will lose your bye week like this year. God bless. Certified hater. Certified hate. Man, ain't nothing we can do about that, man. Why you hate so much, man? But let me say this. Shout out to Big Ant 11 for the $10 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. But I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. Shiesty Avenger says, what'd he say? When I want a horrible sports advice, I come here. Well, you can always listen to yourself and you get horrible sports advice from yourself. You ain't got to come here to get it. You can always talk to yourself. And I'm sure ain't nothing but horrible shit going to come out of your goddamn mouth. Shout out to Ashton with his horrible sports comment. Ashton don't know how to play by the rules. Look here, Ashton, if you're going to talk trash to me, you got to at least send it through a super chat, you cheap son of a bitch. Can't you follow directions? You see Big Ant 11 come with the trash talk. He talking crazy, but he sent it in the super chat. I can accept that. You want to do it for the free? You ain't shit. I'm just saying, don't be cheap all your goddamn life. But look, let me say this. As far as offensive alignment, yes, that needs to be our main priority. We need to really bluster our line because we got a young, up-and-coming star that I really think is going to be good. I really think he has a bright future in this league. But having a bright future in this league is not going to mean anything if we can't block for this young man. So we got to find a way to block for him, right? We have to find a way to get some guys who can block, who's not going to let that man be peeling himself up every 2 minutes, off the ground because, saying our tackle's getting beat on the edge. The defensive tackle is just busting through the middle. We can't have this, man. We can't have this. So we got to have somebody who can block for my man. Now, whether we get him in the free agency market or we get him in the draft, we got to get him somewhere. I can't stand seeing my man peel himself up off the grass every 3 plays. That's not okay. Because if he keep doing that, he's going to have a short career. He's going to be like my man Carr. Y'all remember David Carr? He lasted probably about 5 years in the league. He said, man, I can't do no goddamn more. My body hurt, my head hurt, my back hurt, my shoulder hurt, everything hurts. Because he gets sacked. He got sacked more than anybody ever in the NFL. But Caleb was giving a runner this year. I'm just saying. With that being said, let's keep it going. We have another $10 super chat for my man. Through the fire podcast. Brother, y'all need to go over and check my man out. Now, I ain't seen him in a minute. He been hiding on me. I know what it is. Hey, white man working the ass off. Hey, white man is working him to death. Shame on you, white man, for working my man Jay. My man Jay man, y'all can't be working my boy to death like that. Y'all know better than that. Y'all dead wrong. But you know he come through the $10. He didn't have to, he chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, my brother. He said, I've been saying this for years. Antony Davis has to go. That means that could have gotten 5 pieces instead of just Luka. And he comes back, he said, that white man's been kicking my ass at the job. Shame on you, Mr. White Man. Oh, Lord. Big brother's going to be all right, I promise you. It's going to get better, I'm sure. You keep doing what you got to do. You keep grinding. You keep taking that man's money. Shout out for another hater. The dumbest trade of all times. My man World Class said it's crazy. That's crazy work. What was you thinking, LA? Let me say this though, World Class. I don't know, man. I don't know if it was. It depends on how you. I don't think it was a dumb trade, man. I understand. Now, let me say this. I think it was dumb on Dallas's part. For the Lakers' part, I think that was a good move. I think it was a good move for them. Because look, I was on Ed's show. Shout out to my man Izzy Bands. I was on his show. We was talking about it on Sunday. I was talking about it on Sunday, and I thought for the Dallas Mavericks, that was a bad move on his part. Because I think Luka has a lot of good ball play now. Of course, you got to get Luka to start. Luka can't go out there with that dad bod for the rest of his career. Think he's gonna last long in the league. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's gonna fly too much longer. And I hope somebody like LeBron, who's a man who believes in taking care of himself and his body and eating right and doing right, is going to be a big influence on him. So let me say that first. World Class said Luka plays 0D. World Class. Nobody in NBA plays D. I'm sorry to break the news to you. These dudes don't really play defense. I mean, you have every once in a while some guy will get a block. Every once in a while you'll have a steal. They might even jump in front of them every once in a while to put some sort of what they call resistance. But as far as shut down D, ain't nobody doing that. So Luka fits right in. 0D, oh, don't worry, that's not a problem here. We accept that. That was part of the Lakers' problem. They didn't play no defense. Nobody. So bringing Luka in, he gonna fit right in. This is normal. Come on, Luka. We accept you. That won't be a problem. Nobody plays D. But I understand what you mean. I mean, at least Antony Davis does play some sort of the idea of what you call defense. Not consistently, because he consistently is not on the court. That's one of AD's problem. He stays hurt a lot, right? He's like he's frail. And guess what? The older he get, the more injuries going to be popping up. So LA said, man, look, let's go and get rid of him now. Let's go and, count our losses and go from there. Look, I think this, and I said this on Izzy's show. I wouldn't be surprised if this is LeBron's last year and as far as in a Lakers uniform. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's LeBron's last season as far as the Lakers. Now, I don't think he'd be done with the NBA. I think he may play one or maybe 2 more years. But as far as the Lakers, I think they're done, man. I think they're really ready to turn the page with him. And so I just think it's just another piece of the puzzle. I'm not saying I got an inside a scoop on it. That please believe you me. Not no Adam Schefter or any Woj or any other them NBA inside guys. I don't know this for sure. But I'm just thinking, in the way they're moving, the way they operate, I wouldn't be surprised they're ready to turn the page. So, yes, the Lakers are in rebuilding mode. Yes, they are. But before I go any further, I got to recognize the biggest hater on this side of the Mississippi. His name is Big Ant 11 with the $10 super chat. I would have traded Hink. It's so bitch right here ain't shit. Go to hell, Big Ant 11. I would have traded Hink before I traded Davis. I can't stand Luka's punk ass. You can kiss my grits, Big Ant 11. But let me say this. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. You didn't have to, you chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. With your punk ass. Go to hell. You're going to trade me. Real Class said the Mavericks are finna be back in the finals. I don't know, man. You still got to get past Denver. You still got to get past Oklahoma. Those two teams are tough, man. Now, I know y'all would say, oh, well, they got past them last year. Yeah, that was, you're right. That was last season. Luka ain't there no more. I just watched the game the other day with the Dallas Mavericks, and they got beat by 30-something points. Now, granted, it was to the Cleveland, I was about to say the Cleveland Browns, I'm sorry, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I understand that. And Cleveland's tough. Cleveland is tough. Let me tell you this. Cleveland is tough in the regular season. Let me say that. Cleveland is tough in the regular season, but we know in the postseason, Cleveland ain't get past the second round. Now, maybe that'll change this year. Maybe that will change for Cleveland this year. Maybe this is Cleveland's year to get back to the finals. They haven't been back since LeBron James walked through them doors, donning the Cleveland uniform, wearing number 23. And we know it's been over about 6 years now, about 5 to 6 years now. I'm just saying. Maybe y'all can make a deal. Maybe this time next year, LeBron will be back in Cleveland. Who knows? I don't know if he want to go from that LA sun to cold, gloomy-ass Cleveland again. I don't know if he want to do that. He already left the Sunshine State in Florida when he was in Miami to go back to Cleveland. I don't know if they want to do it for a third time. It might be asking too much. I'm just saying. Ain't nobody going to recognize this. Well, y'all ain't shit, boy. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all know if you're going to talk bad to me, you guys send it in the super chat. I ain't going to acknowledge that bull crap, especially from you, World Class. Because I ain't seen you. I'm trying to figure out, where was you at after that Baltimore Buffalo game? Because brother, I was concerned about your well-being. I was going to send a welfare check. I was going to do a welfare check on you. I was going to send the people over and make sure you good. Because I ain't heard from you. I ain't seen you. I mean, you dropped off the face of the earth for a while. But then I see my boy was trying to do a show. I said, okay, thank God, at least he's still alive. I'm glad he's still amongst the land of the living, but he sure ain't been over here. Because all I was hearing was King Henry, Lamar for MVP. We going to the Super Bowl. We going to be in New Orleans. Well, if y'all going to New Orleans, y'all going just to say y'all went to the Super Bowl. It's not going to be because y'all playing in the game. Y'all spectators, just like everybody else. He said football doesn't exist till the 27th draft pick. And yes, you did, because y'all ain't going to the Super Bowl. We don't know about the MVP conversation for Lamar. And King Henry is not who King Henry is. Because if you want to say talking about King, his name's Saquon Barkley. That guy's in the Super Bowl. That guy's the real MVP. Not fake ass Lamar. I'm just saying. Not fake ass Lamar. Lamar ain't no real MVP. Hey, look here. Let's get back to this football thing. Because we got some other guys to talk about on that coaching staff. So, as y'all can see, Marty Schottenheimer has a son, Patrick. I think his name Patrick Schottenheimer. He was hired as a Dallas coach. Now, he was already on the staff. They couldn't come up with a contract agreement with, as far as with Mike McCarthy, so they let him walk. So they hired a guy on the staff. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say he's not experienced, because he's been around for a while. You know, he's come from football royalty. You know what I'm saying? Marty Schottenheimer, was his father. R.I.P. to Marty Schottenheimer. Great coach. Back in the days, used to coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. Matter of fact, he the one who lost his job to Andy Reid. They fired Marty Schottenheimer, I think, after going 13-3. But they were just fed up with the man. They said, I'm sick of you. Losing in the playoff, lost early in the playoff. They said, I'm sick of you. So they fired him. And guess who they hired? Andy Reid. And the rest is history. Well, guess what? His son is now coaching. He's a head coach. Finally got his opportunity to be a head coach. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for giving the opportunity. Now, I think that was a lame move because according to them, they supposed to have Deion Sanders supposed to be the next head coach or this guy, that guy. And they settled for their quarterback coach, Patrick Schottenheimer. Bad move. Just my opinion. Bad move. But with that being said, let's keep it going. Aaron Glenn, I thought that was a good move by the Jets. Now, hopefully the Jets give that man time to create a winning culture down there. Because we've seen how they did Rob Saleh. They got that man up through. Now, I think that was more so Aaron Rodgers' fault. I think Aaron Rodgers orchestrated that bull crap. And I don't know why they allow him to orchestrate that, because that man is pretty much done. Look, by the end of the Super Bowl, he could be saying, "Hey, I'm retired. I'm done. Screw football. I'm hanging a bunch of cleats up." That's the Aaron Rodgers mindset. You don't know what you're gonna get from him. He, like I said, he could just quit any go. He might have quit already, just ain't told nobody. That's the way Aaron Rodgers moves. Guys, that's just the way he moves. So, with that being said, you hope he gets a fair shake at the coaching position. First-time coach, should be interesting. Did a great job with the defense when he was. I remember when he was in New Orleans, he did a great job with their defense, as well as, of course, we know obvious with the Detroit Lions how they had a great defense. Now they kind of caught the tail off a little bit because he had a lot of injuries on defense. But when he had his full allotment, they was something to be reckoned with. Let me say that. Let's keep going. Next guy on there, my man, used to coach for the Kentucky. He was off. What's his name? Dang, Corey. Can't think of his name. He's a Jaguars coach. Man, why am I having a brain freeze? Jesus Christ. Cohen. Man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's the Jaguars head coach. Been an assistant for many of years in the NFL. He was an assistant with the Rams. Last year, he was assistant with Tampa Bay. Helped Baker Mayfield improve. Was also an offensive coordinator with the Kentucky Wildcats. Helped Will Levis become an NFL type draft pick. Now he's not doing too well now. That's right. Lyman Cohen. I appreciate that, brother J Dub. I don't really know what to think about him, man. Look. I don't think any coach who's going to coach at the Jaguars is going to be successful. I really don't. The organizations, I think, might be snake bitten, man. Let's be honest. That organization may be snake bitten. Trevor Lawrence I'm not impressed with him. To me, so far, he's been a bust. And they don't have to pay him, man. And they pay this man big money to be the quarterback there. And maybe Lane Cohen could change the luck on the program. I don't know. I just think it's a bad job. Just be honest. Man, look. Let me say good luck to the guy. That's all I'm saying. And then they called the man, when he said dude voice, He looked kind of bad. They made it look a little sweet when he said that was a little questionable. Now he got it together the next 2 or 3 other times they got it, but they've been circling around on social media is the one where he sounded real bad. He sounded like he was part of the community. Let me leave it there. With that being said, let's keep it going. I like the hire of this next guy, and that's Mike Vrabel. Now, we all know Mike Vrabel used to play for the New England Patriots back in the days. Won a Super Bowl, 2-time Super Bowl champ. He's in the New England Patriots Hall, the ring of the Hall of Fame for New England Patriots. So he has a lot of ties to the community, to the city of Boston, to the organization. I think it was a good hire. They needed a good guy. Now, I didn't like how they did my man, though, man. I didn't like how they did Mayo. I thought that was a bad deal, man. They got the man for 1 year. No one's going to be a bad season. Then you're going to fire him. Why are you going to fire the man after 1 season, man, knowing the season was going to be bad? It was bad when Bill Belichick left. But you turn around and fire this man after. I didn't like that. Now, I thought that hire was good. And they probably should have did it last season and not hired Jared Mayo. I don't think they should have did that. I know they probably promised him, but you probably should have broke your promise and not hired him and just went after Mike Vrabel. Then he was available. Tennessee Titans fired him, so he was available. I didn't like how they did that, brother, man. I thought that was cheesy. So, I like Vrabel, but I hope they lose about the first 30 games they play. I hope they lose the first 30 games they play just because they did Jared Mayo wrong. I'm just saying. That was shady. Last, but certainly not least, on this list, Pete Carroll, back in the Bay Area, back in the California area. He used to coach at USC. Used to be in the West Coast with Seattle. Now he's in the Vegas. He's in Las Vegas with the Raiders. Now, let me say this. I'm not a big fan of the retread coaches. I'm not. This is his 4th head coaching job. For those who may have forgotten, he did coach the New York Jets. He did coach. Now, it was intern, but he coached the Patriots. He also coached the Seattle Seahawks. And now he's with the Las Vegas Raiders. Not a big fan of the retread coaches, but hey, what can you do? I really feel like these organizations should give some of these first-time coaches opportunities, assistants, and give them a chance, man. I kind of give a Vrabel pass because it's only a second opportunity. But dang nabbit, Pete Carroll at the age of 70-something, this is your 3rd head coaching for sure, and then one intern, an interim coach. So I'm not. I just think more of these assistants need to get opportunity. Quinn said, "Hunk, I'm not watching the Super Bowl." Quinn, the reason why you don't watch it because you mad because Minnesota's not in it. Now that's not nobody's fault but theirs. They came up short. Had a home game against Minnesota. Against the Washington Commanders, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't take care of business. They just wasn't good enough. Look, my team ain't in it. I'm going to watch the game. Why? Because I love football. I love football, so I'm going to watch the game. And I run a sports show. Boys, John, I got to talk about it, right? It's got to be talked about. I can't just not watch the game. You know what I'm saying? I know, some people feel some type of way, and I understand that. But I can't go without just watching the game, right? I can't do that. But with that being said, let me say that. Let me do this. He said, I don't worry about the Vikings until August. I wouldn't worry about them then, Quentin. I'm just saying. Let me do this, though. Let me let y'all get the opportunity to see my action figure / Funko Pop as well as album of the week. Let's go. So album of the week is Nappy Roots, based and born out of the state of Kentucky. As well as my action figure and Funko Pop is Beta Ray Bill, a character from the Marvel Universe. Great album. Nappy Root, great album. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. And guess what? On Wednesday, I will be talking about more about albums and music and all that good stuff on Wednesday. We will have a great show Wednesday. And I can't wait for you to tune in to Wednesday's show. Matter of fact, let me make sure you guys see the thumbnail for Wednesday's show, man. It's going to be such a great show. Here we go. Here we go. That's the thumbnail for the show on Wednesday. It's called I Love Music. Y'all make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday. We're going to talk about some good music, man. We're going to talk about some of my favorite music, some of my favorite artists. We're going to talk about all that. And we're going to have fun with it. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I'll be looking forward to having that conversation with you guys. But, you know, I've seen some stuff. Some stuff on IG. And look, I want y'all to check this out and see what y'all think about this. These was like some awards I think was about the Bleacher Report, and they was giving out. And some of these are not very flattering, right? But let's talk about it. Let's go. So this one, the most hated player of the year. Now, I don't know if this is in any kind of order, but it's Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Trevor Kelsey, Daniel Jones, and Quentin Johnson. That's crazy work. That is crazy work. Now, this, I don't know if this was an anonymous vote by the NFL players or this some vote by a reporter from Bleacher Report. I don't know. But that's crazy. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Do y'all agree with this list? The most hated players. The finalists. Y'all let me know. Let's keep going. We have the worst coordinator of the year. Ken Dorsey. Lou, I don't know how to spell it. Say his name. Amaroma, Shane Walden, Ryan Grude, and DeMarcus Covington. Jesus Christ. These guys are, boy, they terrible. What they no mercy. You heard it? The worst coordinator of the year. Jesus Christ. Some nasty work up here, boy. Let's keep going. The worst coach of the year. Antonio Pierce, Gerard Mayo, Matt Eberflus, Dennis Allen, Michael McDaniel. Unfortunately, all of these guys was fired besides Mike McDaniel. He still hold his job. I don't know why. He probably should be the worst coach of the year. And he's still employed. That's crazy work. Everybody else is fired. They're unemployed. They collect their unemployment check. Let's keep going, man. This is crazy. I see this. I said, man, I got to talk about this. Worst player of the year. Hold on, man. How did my man get on another list? Deshaun Watson on another list. Anthony Richards, Will Levis, Daniel Jones on another list, and Tyreek Hill. Jesus Christ. So he's on the most hated list and the worst player of the year list. Both of these guys, Daniel Jones as well as Deshaun Watson. But the good thing about Daniel Jones, he's no longer with the team. Deshaun's still collecting a check. Now, I don't know how long it's going to be because they got a discrepancy in his contract when he had that injury. And he supposed to wear his boot. And he ain't been wearing it. They caught him on the TikTok video with his girl dancing without that boot on. So they might let him go. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going. Worst Offensive Rookie Award. Hey, man. Whoever voted for this ain't shit to nominate my man. Romeo Dounez, Jalen Polk, Javon Barker. What's that say? Kinsley Suamatu. I don't know who that is. Malachi Corley. Worst rookie. How you gonna put my man up there, man? Shame on you guys. Y'all be ashamed of yourself. Let's keep going. Worst Offensive Player Award. Kadarius Toney. The Fat Hamster, a.k.a. Ezekiel Elliott. Deebo Samuel. Dante Johnston. Jalen Waddle. Damn, these guys are vicious, man. Let's keep going. Overrated Player of the Year. Look at Dak Prescott. Made another award. Jesus Christ. Somebody said T.J. Watt, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, hold on. Why did they put him on for the most overrated player, but he ain't put one of the worst rookies? Probably need to put him up there instead of my man Romeo Dounez. Shame on you for putting my guy up there. I thought he had a pretty decent year, especially under the circumstances. Let's keep going. Dirtiest player. Now, this guy right here, that top guy, I can agree with that. As he all sure, he's dirty. I watched him play against the Bears, and he hit my man out of bounds, and they called no flag. Shame on him. Kirby Joseph, Marshawn Lattimore, George Pickens, Frankie Louvu. Now, I like that list. That list I can agree with right there. Let's keep going. Biggest fall off. Trevor Lawrence, facts. Justin Tucker, Aaron Rodgers, facts. Jesus Christ, they got two 49ers up there. Brock Purdy and Deebo Samuel. Guys who just couldn't cut it. And the last, but certainly not least, let's look at the last on the list. Worst Defensive Rookie Award, Darius Robinson. Rucker Orohor, Adisa Isaac, Dallas Turner, and Teron Arnold. These guys are ruthless, man. Ruthless. No mercy, no sympathy. Speaking of a worthless guy, this guy right here, his name's Matthew. What's going on, my brother Matthew? I ain't seen you in a while. Especially ever since your Minnesota Vikings lost, you don't come around no more. I find it kind of funny. You guys came around giving me hell. You guys came around giving me hell, talking about how bad my team was, talking about how good y'all team was. But now, now that the season's over with and y'all teams ain't in the playoffs no more, I don't see you. Y'all ain't talking bad to me. Y'all was even sending me cash apps, talking trash. Matthew, you ain't said nothing to me. I'm gonna have to evaluate our friendship, brother. I don't feel like you love me no more, my brother. I'm just saying. He said, where Tommy B at? Man, look, Tommy B at least came over after the season was over. He at least came over. I ain't seen you, Matthew. I ain't seen you or World Class. Y'all both act like y'all in hiding or something. I'm just saying, man. He said Watson needs to give back that money, 80% of it. He ain't giving a dime back. He said, y'all kiss my grits. I ain't giving you shit. I'm taking this money, I'm running. Travel One says, Mrs. Hink and Hink in the basements. Greetings to Mr. and Mrs. Hink. Flying by to say, have a good evening together. No Super Bowl for travel. Coco G lost in the quarterfinals at the Australia Open in 2025. Go Coco in 2026. Coco ain't been doing too good here lately. I don't know what's going on with Coco, Travel One. You got to explain that to me. What's happening with Coco? Better look next time. But let me say this. I appreciate you coming over, Travel One. And for everybody else, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully y'all did me a solid and hit that like button while y'all was here. Hopefully y'all didn't just drive by, drop by, fly over, do none of that above, and not hit that like button. And if you haven't took the opportunity to subscribe yet, what are you waiting on? Do a brother a favor and make sure you subscribe and hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. But as far as them awards, man, it's some nasty work. But let me say this, I can't disagree with it. I can't sit there and say I completely disagree with it. Because some of those guys on the list was dirty players. They was overrated. They was bad. They didn't come through. They didn't do what they should have been doing. So I can't sit there and say I completely disagree with that list. That list was really accurate on a few players. Unfortunately, certain guys may not like to hear that. It's called the truth. Truth hurts sometimes. I'm just saying. But guys, let's get to it. Before I go, we got to talk about the Super Bowl. Before I go, we have to talk. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Before I go, we have to talk about the Super Bowl. We have the Philadelphia Eagles going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, guys, as we know, Kansas City Chiefs is the two-time Super Bowl champ. Philadelphia Eagles had an opportunity to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, they lost. They came up short. And that was because Jalen Hurts had that turnover in that game that cost them. But Jalen Hurts has an opportunity for reprieve. He has the opportunity to make up where he failed him. Can he do it? I don't know. Let me say this. In my heart, I want Philadelphia to win. I like Jalen Hurts. I like Saquon Barkley. Those are two good guys that I like. And I want them two guys to be successful. That's what my heart says. But I don't bet with my heart. I don't bet with my heart. And I bet with my head. And so my head said, hey, the Kansas City Chiefs going to beat the 3P. So let me say this right now. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24. MVP will be Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl MVP will be Patrick Mahomes. 27-24, Kansas City Chiefs. Music Man 1982 said, I'm putting my money on it. They will win. He's talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, fly. Eagles fly. And then he gave me the thumbs down. He said, how dare you pick against my Eagles? These guys, brother, I got nothing but love for you, and I appreciate you coming through every time. I promise you I do. But as we know, when you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, you're not only playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, you're playing against them referees. And few and far between has been successful going against them Chiefs and the referees. I'm just saying. So my prediction, I put it on the board. I'm saying it right now. 27-24, Kansas City Chiefs for their third Super Bowl in a row. I think this will probably be Andy Reid's last game. I think Travis Kelce will retire after this season. Now, what's going to happen if Andy Reid does retire after this game? Who knows? Who knows? But I think Reid was probably close to retiring last year, but he said I can make history. If I win one more Super Bowl, it'd be 3 in a row. I'll make history. Why not go out on top like that, Andy Reid? Music Man said, 82 said, Travis Kelce talking, man. He said, meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. Give it all a while, girl. I must confess. Let's get married. Well, if that's the case, and if it's true what he's saying, congratulations to my man, Travis Kelce. I wish him nothing but the best between him and old Taylor Swift. Shout out to them, too. Marriages work. It's not easy. But you can be successful if you put your head to it. Boy, Jay, know what you know about that jagged edge. What you know about that jagged edge, J-Dub? Let me say this. As I continue to put out content on a weekly basis, doing these shows with you guys, I really enjoy doing that. Got some more stuff coming out for you guys. Got some shows I'm trying to put together. Looking forward to doing that. Somebody said he's married that rich white woman, that rich white girl. Yes, he is. She's a billionaire. Don't sleep on her. But got some shows coming up, man. I'm looking forward to doing it, man. Been doing the sports thing, and I love doing sports thing, man. I'm going to continue to do sports thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been continue to doing sports thing and having fun with it. But, you know, want to continue to work and get more and more things to go with the sports thing, because I want to start doing the I'm gonna start making the bringing more to the gambling side to it as well. It's for those who like to use it for entertainment purposes only. Y'all know what I mean. Entertainment purposes only. We definitely gonna have a segment. I want to talk about that more. I kind of did that, like my pick'ems and all of that. I'm gonna start doing that more, and I'm trying to be more consistent with it, especially the next football season. I'm really gonna pick up and try to do something every week, even if that means like just shooting a short video on it and just talk about it. You know, whether it's my wins or my losses. You know, that's how you know, everybody likes to talk about the wins, right? Everybody likes to brag about the wins and all that good stuff. And that's cool. But you also got to go with your losses. So, you know, I'm gonna definitely have that aspect of the sports recap show. Looking forward to doing that. Trying to get some sponsors in here. Man, let me say this. I need some sponsors in here. Why ain't y'all sponsoring the show? I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to these guys out here who has ability to sponsor some stuff. I'm just saying. But yeah, I just want to continue to bring some different aspects of the sports world, the sports realm, to the show. So I want to do it, like I said, on a more consistent basis and bring it for you guys so y'all can have a different level of enjoyment, right? And just have fun with it and all that good stuff. Guys, if y'all haven't subscribed to the NFL Roundtable, that's my other channel that I work with my man Taylor Bell. Shout out to Taylor Bell, man. Does a great job on his aspect of stores. You know, he's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, so he's on high right now. He's feeling himself. I can't even communicate with the man. He's so high up in there, man, feeling so good about his squad. But no, shout out to Taylor, man. Great stuff, man. Matter of fact, some of the swag I got on right here, I was gifted this by Taylor, man. We promoting our show, the NFL Roundtable. So I want to make sure every time I get on the show, I make sure I represent wearing the swag, man, and all that good stuff. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you rocking with me. Again, continue to do so. Like I said, if y'all have not became members, what are y'all waiting on, guys? What are you waiting on? Here, let me drop the link so y'all can become members of the basement. Just released a new video this week or today. Rather, I just released it today. So y'all make sure y'all check it out for those who are members. And if you ain't members, I dropped the link in the chat so you can become members. So do me a solid, become a basement member. Hit that link, become a member of the basement so you can see the behind the scenes stuff, man, and be a part of that, guys. With that being said, I appreciate you being here, man. Continue to rock with me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Right on.